Good evening, ghouls and goblins, witches and wizards. Welcome to Bedtime Stories. Bedtime Stories. Hey, on this Halloween weekend, Bedtime Stories. Well, just like we've done all season long, we're going to start off with a bedtime cocktail. That's right. Tonight is going to be my witch's brew. What am I putting in it? Only you know. So I'm bringing to you my witch's brew. Now let's get into it. Now I have Bigo Live here with me tonight. I hope y'all like my hat. And I hope y'all like my brew. Because the hell I went through to get some of these items today, last minute, honey. That's right. That's right. So what we're going to start off with our witch's brew is a punch. Hawaiian punch, Minute Maid fruit punch. You make your own punch. Punch somebody out, however you choose to do it. So I am using today Hawaiian red punch, blood red punch. So I'm going to pour it in my cauldron here. Yeah, just more punch. Just punch. We're going to pour some of that punch in there. Because it just ruins the whole effect if you don't get to see it brewing. And we're going to use the real McCoy. All of that, all in there. Put it all in there. And we're going to use some of this Appleton. Not all of it, though. This is the good stuff. Let me take this off. It's going to be a strong punch. And some ginger ale. I don't know how much I got going on. And we're going to take our ladle and stir up the brew. Ooh, it's just a brew. Oh, it look good to me. Let's put some more of that ginger ale. And it, boy, yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Eye of Newt. No, we're going to put that Eye of Newt. Ah, yeah. That looks good. That looks good. We're going to add more to it. We're going to add just a little blue castle liqueur. That means it's a flavored liquor, but it's not very strong, but it's just a little. Just poured a little of that in there. Mwahaha. Witch's brew. Ha. Mwahaha. Mwahaha. Now let me go and get me the perfect glass for this evening. This is my witch's brew. We use Hawaiian punch, all of the real McCoy, 3-year, yes, and some of this Appleton. And it's just a brewing, All right, so just watch that brew while I go and get me a glass. I'll have my fellow witch keep you company. All right. We're going to taste some of my witch's brew. Let's see. Now, oh, delicious. This witch's brew is better than ever. Better than all my ancestral brew. Yummy. Actually, it's starting to turn into slush. So let me add some more punch. Ooh, look at it. Look at it smoke. All right. Look at that brew. Look at that brew. All right, now that we've made our witch's brew, I'm going to readjust Bigo Live so that they can actually see all this sexy witchcraft that's going on here. And we're going to shut up my friend and she just coming and just showing out for you. Okay, ghouls and goblins. Okay, so Vigo ain't looking at nothing but my fruit punch. Hold on. I want y'all to look at me. There you go. How you doing, Bigo? How are you doing this Halloween holiday, this Halloween weekend? Adding more to my brew. Because this is so cold. There we go. Brew it up. Out of my handy cup. Refreshing. I'm going to turn that for you Bigo Livers. So let's get into it. To the bedtime story. Caught up, Lovin a Trill. And it's scary. Oh, you hear it bubbling? Oh, did you hear it bubbling? Hold on. You hear that? Bubbling brew. That's Auntie Akara's bubbling brew. This is fun. Yeah. Oh, it's just the bubbling. Just the bubbling. I'm having such a good time. Now, this one's going to be a little longer because the Witch's Brew. This is Halloween weekend. Tomorrow is Halloween. So a lot of people are doing their Halloween parties this weekend. And some may go trick-or-treating. I don't know if anyone's really going trick-or-treating tonight because it is rainy out in here in the A, y'all. But if you celebrate Halloween or you get dressed up, you have parties, ha 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 ha. Here I am. I'm ready for it. Now, I came up with this at the last minute. It's like, oh, you know what? I could do this. And I surely pulled it off. Now, I want to have my nails done or have some type of wickedy nails, but this is last minute. I think the hat and the brew is enough. So let's get into the reading. So tonight I'll be reviewing chapters 5 and 6. And let me correct myself. I'm sorry, 4 and 5 of Caught Up, Lovin a Trill One by Michelle Elaine. And it is available. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to talk loud enough because I'm not on the mic like this. So, yes. You didn't know I could be this wicked. I said, and I threw this together at the last minute. If I'd have got my lashes done, got my nails done, child, I'll be a witch to behold. And this witch's hat now. When I say I got this at the last minute, trust me, it got delivered yesterday. Okay? This witch's hat is Hogwarts worthy. Okay? Hello? Watch out. Watch out, Hogwarts. Here comes your new teacher, your new professor. Because I know I ain't no student. Hello? Anyway, I know I'm supposed to be getting into it, but check out my hat. I went through hell and high water to get the elements for my witch's brew this evening. Maybe next time I'll make it for a party. I also realized that I'm going to have to start planning stuff like a month and ahead of time. I'm going to have to start planning like these type of videos and what I'm going to do. Like when I see it, like the way it happens in the stores, they started putting out Halloween stuff back in August. I want to say definitely August. The end of August, they started putting Halloween stuff out. That's when I should be planning. But you live and learn. That's what we do here. We live and we learn. Okay. And I learned Google and YouTube are one of the best things that ever happened to this world. I'm gonna be honest with you because I learned. First of all, I learned about how to use dry ice, which helps my witch's brew. Listen, I really have. I have a slushy here. Look at that. That's that's monkey brain. Okay, it's still bubbling. It's turning into a gray cauldron of mixed witch's brew. Now, if you didn't get on here, you'll be able to rewatch this on YouTube, on Bigo Live. Well, you won't be able to rewatch it on Bigo Live, but you'll be able to rewatch it on IG as well. God's willing, I'll keep this under an hour. So let's get into it. Okay, I've been saying let's get into it for a minute, but you know, even if I have to do a part 2, okay, we doing this tonight. So, chapter 4 starts with Toy. Well, no, it doesn't even start with Toy. It starts with your boy Mac, Tyson's right-hand man, the next in charge of his drug business. Okay, now he's like on power. He would be what was Jesus I'm about to call him, what's Ghost right hand man homeboy, that would be him. That would be Mac to Tyson. And I had the Tommy. Okay, so Mac is equivalent to Tommy in power. Okay, he's sitting outside of a house. He's watching it. He's scoping it out. He's doing some scoping, and he's in the car with his childhood friend Kenny, who is a new introduction to this book story, which I always forget to do it, but I write down and I did the work. So I'm going to tell you the characters that is going to be in this chapter. We're going to have Mac, Tyson's BFF, front man, businessman, second in charge, or so he thinks. Remember I said that. Kenny, which is Mac's right-hand man, childhood friend. Pretty much a pawn. Then you have, of course, Zeus, Toy, Cynthia, Paula, Tarika, and Scar. Okay? Yeah, and Scar. Because right now, we don't have Saint and Bianca in there yet. So they're outside. They're watching this house. He's watching this house. Apparently, so we don't know why he's watching this house, but he's watching this house. These are his competition, or he sees them as somewhat of competition. So he's like, he lights a blunt, and he passes to his right hand man Kenny, and he says, "Hey, oh Lord, so my mic is about to fall off. Let me bring this closer to me so it doesn't have to lean as much." You know what I'm going to do? Stop for technical difficulties. See, this is the thing about going live. You get to see everything, honey. You get to see me change things up. And I know it sounds echoey right now, but bear with me. Because my mic was about to fall right off that table. And that would have been a travesty. Okay? A whole travesty, honey. Okay? We ain't doing travesties here. Yeah, I have all that noise happening. Just bear with me. Now that would be better if I had a tripod for my mic, but in time, y'all need to donate. Y'all need to donate to the According to Akara Fund so I can get a tripod for this mic as opposed to this arm, which is still good. I love it. This is definitely an upgrade from just talking on my phone. There we go. All right. So back, they lights the blunt. He passed it to his boy Kenny, and Kenny is he's not really down for what Mac is doing. He said, "Why you doing this?" I said the man ain't even off the. He gets locked up. He locked up in 24 hours. You out here doing completely opposite of what your boy was telling you. Because Tyson told us, don't even mess with these dudes. They're not even a threat. He's like, well, whatever. I'm the second in charge. And with him in jail, him locked up, hey, I'm in charge. Okay, I'm the one running these streets. So I'm going to go on up in here. And I'm going to do what I do based on what I want to do. Because Tyson ain't here to do it. So apparently these people that he's watching are competition. But according to Tyson, it really wasn't that much of a competition. So they finish, he said, finish smoking up the blunt. But Kenny's kind of talk sense into Mac. He's like, come on, we don't need to do this. We don't need to do this, y'all. I don't even know. It seems stupid. They're a rinky-dink operation. You just want to fuck with them? He said, well, basically, this is his area, and he will not stand for the insubordination. Damn it. Okay? So, boom, whatever. So they go in there. So they finish their blunt. He said, hurry up, finish the blunt. And of course, Kenny is getting on Mac's nerves like, whatever. Respect my authority. Because I'm in these streets and Tyson's locked up and I'm the second in charge. So I'm running it now. Okay. Now, he thinks he's running it. Okay. Because Tyson is locked up. Okay. Maybe, when I read that part and when he was like totally defying what Tyson told him when he was running the streets. As soon as he got locked up, he was really willing to defy whatever Tyson wanted to be done. As soon as he got locked up. So I'm thinking Scar knows better. And I want to say right now at the beginning of this book, right now, is I suspect that Mac has something to do with Tyson getting locked up. I'm just saying, either that or Scar. He knows entirely too much. I'm just saying. But anyway, so he goes in, they cross the street, they creep up to the house, once we take care of this, whatever. They go in, they creep up, they listen to the door, and then, boom, bust through the doors. I see girls busting through the doors. I see girls. Anyway, I'm telling my age, and y'all young people probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Hello. But anyway, go back in history, hip hop history. The Get Fresh crew. All right, hello. Busting through the girls. I see girls. Or is that whatever? Hip hop is definitely hip hop history. Anyway, so he busts through the door. He said, guns drawn, both him and Kenny. Hey, this is a stick up. That's not exactly what they say, but you must read the book. Caught Up Loving a Trill One by Michelle Elaine is available on Amazon. So they bust through the doors. Hey, hold, freeze, stop where you at. Don't even try it. Now, the guys in the house are going for their guns when they bust through the door, but it's like, put them down. Our guns is already out. Put them down. Dude on the couch tried to reach. Kenny was like, don't even try it. Put it down, slide it to me. And so he reluctantly did it, slid it to him. He's like, oh, this is a pretty nice little piece. I wouldn't mind taking that for myself. Thank you. So now he got a new piece. Whatever. And Mac is like, where the money at? Where the money at? And it's like, give it to me. Tell me where it is. He said, one of the guys the guy that was standing up, he was in between the kitchen and the living room in the entrance. And he was like, well, why should we give it to you? Because we run these streets. And anybody knows that Tyson Ford runs these streets. Okay? And any money that's being made on these streets belong to us. And he was like, oh, funny though. It's funny. He said that Mac was saying that he was running the thing, but he quickly name dropped Tyson Ford. That's why I say he might have had something to do with him being locked up. Okay? Because Tyson seemed like he had his shit together. I'm telling you, Mac had something to do with it. I feel like it. Because he's name dropping Tyson is still saying, Mac is running these streets. Anybody knows Tyson, whatever, boom, boom, boom. I am representing me. I'm doing it on my behalf. He didn't say that. He said Tyson Ford. But anyway, where the money at? Where the money at? So why should we tell you? I said, whatever. So went through the whole thing, him name dropping Tyson as the person, whatever, give me the money. And so Kenny looked at the homeboy that was on the love seat that he passed. He took his piece from, his gun, he says, fine, it's in the cabinet next to the dishwasher. Shit. Resistantly. So Matt goes in there, quickly finds the money, goes out, he's laughing like, he said, Kenny looked at him, and Mac, they give a eye contact, and boom, 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 pew, pew, everybody's going down. Pew, pew, everybody's going down. Okay, so they shot up and killed everybody. Kenny leaves, said, come on, let's go. And Mac is like, wait. And he looks around just to make sure everybody was dead. Okay, everybody's dead. Good, let's be out. He's laughing. This is the easiest thing that he ever did. Out with the money. Boom, pew, pew, and they spat out, okay? But what they didn't know, there was a fourth man. Now, there's 3 men in the living room area sitting when they bust in. But what they didn't know, and all that watching that Mac did, he didn't recognize how many men there was. He didn't count them. You could tell he's a Tommy. He don't think. He just do. He didn't consider that there was a fourth man, and that was a fourth person in the bathroom who heard everything go down. So, boom. That is going to come back, and it might bite Tyson in the ass, but it damn sure is going to bite Mac in the butt. Okay? Somebody's going to say, yeah, somebody came in there busting, talking about this, that, and the third. This is Tyson's area. So, cut scene. We're moving over to Toy. Toy is sitting with her mom. Just kind of chilling with her mom, spending, some much needed time. She's going through a lot. She got a lot to think about, thanks to Scar. And her mom is questioning, like, so what you gonna do? Mom, Paula, that's her mother. she's sitting in the screened in patio, and she's looking in the backyard. The girls is running around, being kids. And her mom, sipping on her wine. It's not wine, but she's sipping on something. Her witch's brew. This even looks. Mm-hmm. Anyway. And so we went, I said we went like it's my story. So they go and she's talking to her mom, and mom is, after she takes a sip, she puts her drink down and says, so what you gonna do? Did you know this was going on? Why this happened? Who's your mama? What you gonna do? Are you gonna need a place to stay? Did you know that he was still doing this stuff? And she was like getting mad annoyed. Now, one thing I've learned so far in the 5 chapters that I've read so far is Toy have an amazing ability to, close people off. She doesn't listen. They'll be, and going off in the background, and she's like, no. No, the plan is, so she has this amazing ability to really shut people out and focus on whatever she's focusing on. I absolutely love it because I couldn't take it if somebody and just, now I have the ability to shut you out if I'm trying to focus on something. But that's her, Jigga what? Jigga who? Okay, hello. So at any rate, so she's like, okay, so she gets a call. She feels her phone vibrating in her purse. She looks at the phone. It's her sister-in-law, Tarika. She looks at her, it's like, I don't need to talk to her. I can't stand her anyway. Voicemail. And before she can say, answer any of her mother's questions, the phone rings again. She rolls her eyes, reluctantly picks up, and she says, hey, girl. She tries to fake, the witch's brew. It got me hiccuping. I'm not drunk yet. She picks up, like, trying to fake like she's like, hey, girl, what's up? What's going on? He said, girl, you need to hurry up and get to the house because we got FBI police trying to seize this house. She has the phone on speakerphone, so she hears the commotion in the background. And she's like, what are you talking about? The police is here trying to take the house. And she has it on speakerphone, so the mom hears what she said. Baby girl, don't worry about whatever. You need to be here so they don't be taking my son's house from upon him and work this thing out, whatever. I do not like Cynthia, the mother-in-law. Okay? I'm going to need Toy to whoop her ass at some point in this book. I'm just saying. Or I need Tyson to step up and say, Mom, you can't be doing this. This is my wife. Okay. So she turns to her mom and is like, hey, I gotta go. She gets her purse. She says, I gotta go. She said, what's going on? Police is trying to take the house. He's like, oh, girls are good. They can stay here. The girls are good. Go ahead, handle your business. So she gets to the place. She calls on the way there. She calls Zeus, tell him the situation. He said, fine, I'm going to meet you there. Zeus is like, what was that movie? That was that show. I think it was Weeds, where she had this one dude. Oh, let me think. Was it Weeds? Or am I thinking about not Columbiana, Queen of the South? And she made, whatever. But he is Tyson's bodyguard. He is his goon, basically. So of course, with him in there, he's going to protect Toy. So she's like, I'll meet you there. So as she's pulling up to the house, yeah, Zeus is right behind her. So they pull up to the house, and of course she's like, oh, okay. She sees the police there. They come straight for her, like, ma'am, we're seeing this, da da da. They have all the paperwork that allows them to seize the house. And it's like, well, there's nothing I can do because they got all the right paperwork. And the mom is in the background making up the mother-in-law. You better not let this house go. What did you do? And blah blah blah. Okay, this woman needs a whole dick. I said it. Cynthia, the mother-in-law, needs a whole man. She needs some dick. Okay, D-I-C-K. She needs dick, not cock. Not penis. She needs thug loving. Okay? So she could stay the fuck out of her son's business. Okay? And get out of Toy's face. Hello? I said it. I said what I said. Miss Cynthia needs a dick. And so does Tarika. She need a man, a dick, or something. They need something to occupy their time. Okay. She's one of those moms. Lord God. So, okay, I'm doing good time. Fast forward. So she gets this, and it's like, she tries to, again, she blocks out Cynthia talking. And all the commotion, it's like, okay, I need to do this, do that, or whatever. And she starts to walk away, get in the car, and Miss Cynthia had the nerve to put her hands on her. Oh, hell no. Okay, shook my head. Hold on, let me put this back on. Hello? Did she put your hand and snatch her back like, what you do? Oh, see, that right there would have been a fight. But Toy is a good woman. She's still respectful. And Zeus was the one who stepped in and said, what you going to do? You talking about not stressing out Tyson. But what you can do is stop stressing. If you want to not stress out Tyson, don't stress out his wife. Get your hands off of her, yo. Go on. Handle your business. So, so on and so forth. Tarika, frustrated but agreed with what Zeus was saying, and so they reluctantly backed off. They got in the car, went on with their business. And then before they left, she gets a call. And she's thinking, she feels her purse vibrates. She goes reaching in for her purse, and she realizes it's not her personal phone. It is the phone that Scar gave her last chapter. Okay, a few days ago, he said he's going to call her. And he said, okay, are you ready? She said, based on the circumstances, it's like, it looked good. Like, I really can't say no anyway. So, but I appreciate the time you gave me. So, yeah, I'm in. She said, so that's a yes? She says yes. So she's going to be working with Scar, laundering money. She's going to be handling the business part, not necessarily the drug dealing portion. So, girl, so she said, okay, yes, fine. He says to her, okay, no problem. You go ahead and stay with your mom. You and the girl stay with your mom, your parents, for the night. And then when Bianca and Saint comes in tomorrow morning, they'll get you settled into my condo. And she's sitting up here dumbfounded, like, what the? Girl, she doesn't say anything. He said, girl, I told you I be knowing stuff. I be knowing everything. That's the only reason I think maybe Scar has something to do with it, because he knows entirely too much. Like, nigga, are you the government? Did you plan this? Anyway, so he gets to that. He does all the whole thing. So she goes and stays with them, and they go pick up them, and it ends with their conversation, if I recall correctly. Let me look again. It ends on their conversation with Scar saying, "Hey, you can Bianca's going to settle you into my condo." Let me make sure. See, I got my glasses close this time. This time it's not all the way in my room. So I got my glasses close, but now I'm trying to read in the somewhat dark. So it ends with him telling her, "Girl, I be knowing stuff." Hello? "Girl, I be knowing stuff. You better recognize who you talking to. Okay?" I'm getting some more witch's brew. Because since I'm the only one drinking it, it's a whole lot of witch's brew I got, though. Anybody need some dry ice? I got it on the low. But you got to get it tonight. Or at least by tomorrow morning. At any rate. So, and maybe, I hope I can use it tomorrow if it doesn't all melt away tonight. And I'll put it outside my door. And to create a smoky outside of my door. No candy. Maybe I'll go and get some last minute candy tomorrow. I don't know. Depends. I'm going to guidance of the spirits. Anyway, so chapter 5 starts out with Saint talking to Toy. So he has a car wash and a laundromat in order to cover up the money, to launder the money. But y'all also have this, that, and the other. So what we found out in chapter 5, these are the people, the characters in chapter 5. We got the same old people, but we got Saint, Toy, Chase, the attorney in name only. He's not really in here. He's the attorney, Bianca and Tyson. So Saint starts off with so you got this, that, and other. And they're discussing all the businesses that, and the financial, how they're going to handle the finances and everything, right? And so, actually we have these businesses and that businesses and so on and so forth. And she's kind of not really wanting to talk about it, but she has to because she didn't agree to it. We also find out that Toy is attracted to Saint. So Saint must be fine. He must be fine. Fine as hell. You hear me? He must be fine. So, I am going to shut down IG right now. And we're going to continue in a few minutes because I want to make sure that I get this. And we'll go on with chapter 5 in a part 2 via IG. Okay? Bigo, y'all just hold still and keep on listening. And podcast, those that's listening via podcast, I'm going to turn on this spooky music while I shut down IG. Save this, save it, and then continue with a part 2 for IG only. The rest of y'all is going to get this whole thing in what it is. All right? Hold on. I don't be like, that's not how I do it. I'm like, how you doing, baby? How you doing? I'm pimping on this Halloween weekend. Now, let's get back into it. So, we start chapter 5 with Toy and Saint discussing the business, the financials. What businesses did Tyson own? What ones did she help him out with? Just really kind of getting the lowdown of how everything is working. You know what I'm saying? And so they're going through it. She's kind of like really not feeling it, but she has to do it. She couldn't say no to Scar, so she's doing it. But there's a moment where she looks at Tyson. Because he said Tyson, I mean not Tyson, she looks at Saint. Saint says something very interesting. She says, he says, I see why. You real smart. I see why Scar chose you. She says, she looks at his brown eyes. And so that at that moment I knew. Now we realized that Saint saw Toy as being attractive when they met Scar for the first time. Well, when she met him, you know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, and Bianca was like, you know, chill out, chill, Saint. This is business, you know. And, but at this point, we introduced the fact that Toy sees Saint as attractive because she mentions his brown eyes. Nobody talks about nobody's eyes being brown and nobody, look, if I don't like you, I don't notice the color of your eyes. No. Unless it's like, ooh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby, ooh, and I like it. Okay. Then anyway, so we find out that Toy likes him. She's attracted to him, but she's not going to pursue this. And Saint is attracted to Toy, but he's not going to pursue it. And definitely for two different reasons. Toy, she's still a married woman. No matter how dangerously on the rocks their relationship with Tyson is, because of all the lies that he told for the last 5 years of them being married, she had no idea he was still in the drug game. This really put a rip in their relationship. But at the same time, she's still his wife. He's still in jail. And these kids still love him. And she still, let me tell you something. Toy still loves this man. Okay? Because this was an out. And after being with someone for 11 years, you just can't throw them away. You just can't throw someone away. And I cannot speak of that because I haven't had a long relationship with someone that I did not birth. Outside of my siblings. Now, I didn't birth them, but I haven't had a relationship with a person like a everyday relationship. Okay. Living together, growing together, married. I have not been that. I haven't. I have good friends. I have people that come in and out of my life at moments of time. But the only person that I've had a long-term relationship is the child that I birthed. And I can't just throw him away, even when he does stuff that's stupid. As much as I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't. So if somebody, especially someone you didn't birth, and you love and you've been with them for a long time, you can't just, you know, you got this. And I'm assuming, I'm trying to say what Saint looks like. What character, what person, what actor can I say that this Saint guy is? Because I don't see him as this light-skinned dude. He's not a light-skinned dude. Nothing against the light-skins. Love the light-skins, okay? All right? Y'all have a place, but he's not it. He's a lieutenant. I see him as almondy. No, I'm trying to think. This really attractive lieutenant. It will come to me later. Okay, we'll just say that. It'll come to me later. So she's not trying to pursue anything with him because she's still a married woman, regardless. And Saint isn't going to pursue anything with Toy because it just would not be good to get involved with her at this time. You know what I'm saying? Just notice they said at this time. Okay. Now, there may be a moment better, but now for a saint is not the thing. So they're going through their business and they're talking, and he said, so you own a car wash, a laundromat, what else? An event center. This is what they're meeting at, the event center, and a bakery, all to launder money. He's like, no. Actually, the bakery and the and the event center is in my name. He's like, really? So wait, okay, I get the bakery. All these are cash entities. Laundromat, specialty laundromat, and the car wash. In other words, people pay cash. They usually don't swipe their cards to do their laundry. Okay? They usually don't swipe their cards to wash their car. They use coins, at least according to this book. You still can do that at some, you use cash, vending, whatever. The bakery, to me, and in a bakery, really, you can't swipe your card for that. But you can, I guess, buy cash for the baked goods. So they're good, but he said, but the event center, that's kind of like not the typical laundering business, which makes it good because it's not the regular business. He said, well, this event center wasn't supposed to be for any laundering of money. Okay, nor was the bakery because those were in my name. He bought this event center because we got married here. And he found out that the owner was selling it. We loved it. It was a beautiful atmosphere, beautiful view. I liked it, so he bought it. So Saint says, okay, girl. So you is a grand gesture type of chick. He's like, what you talking about, grand gesture type of chick? Ain't nothing wrong with it. He was like, ain't nothing wrong with it. But you the type of chick that requires a man to give you break the bank type of grand gesture type of chick. And she didn't think that whatever. And I don't think that Toy really is a grand gesture type of chick. I think that Tyson's a grand gesture type of guy, that he would do grand gestures to show his love. And that's usually true about men that has money. They're going to do stuff like that. I mean, remember, or at least I heard now. I didn't research it. I didn't look for it myself, but I heard that Drake went on a date with this chick and rented out a whole stadium just so that they can have dinner at the stadium or whatever. The whole stadium, just them. He flew her in. He flew her out. She got flued out. Okay. And it's because he got the money and the means. So yes, people with money and the means are going to do grand gestures. I mean, if I had unlimited funds, I have unlimited funds, it's just not manifested yet. But yeah, I'm a grand gesture type of person. I'm the type that will fly you to Paris just so we can have croissants. Okay? I'm the type that fly you to, we in Georgia, we're going to fly in my private plane to Philly to get cheesesteaks. That's me. I'm going to fly you to China to get authentic egg rolls. That's me. I get it. I don't think she is, but Saint sees her as, she's a grand gesture type of chick. So you just can't come with a reasonably priced offer. You can't just come, I'll pay for dinner. It's like, no, we need to fly out to Paris to have escargot and croissant. They have French wine. Fly me to Spain for pizza and pizza really. At any rate, I don't know. I haven't been to Spain, but I had heard. You know what I'm saying? So that type of thing. So he gave her the money to buy it for her. And he said, and you still didn't, all that grand gesture, he gave you the money to buy this place, and you still didn't think that he was still fucking with Scar? He was still in the business? You really think he did all that? Okay. He said, yes. She frustratedly said, yes. She believed him. She believed the man that she loved that he wouldn't do it. He swore that he wouldn't do it. She didn't, really think about it. He had 4 major businesses in Atlanta that generated money. People need laundromat. People need they don't need it, but they like car washes. Now, some people need it because we don't have our own drive-through. And sometimes we don't want to be washing it by hand. We want, you know what I'm saying? We want to just drive through the laundromat or the car wash. You know what I'm saying? These are money-making bakeries. Yeah. People is always going to buy cakes and some bread or some, stuff like that. Hell yeah. And an event center in Atlanta? An event center in Atlanta. An event center in Atlanta. Parties, weddings, anniversaries. Event center in Atlanta. You know how much stuff go on here in Atlanta? Movies. Atlanta. So these are major. So I can see how she could have thought that he was still not in the business. You know what I'm saying? He had some thriving businesses. But those were businesses to launder the dirty money. The dirty money. Okay, so she frustratedly said, okay, well, let's go ahead and get this over with. It's like, yeah, it's about time for us to have this meeting. After they had the googly eyes with one another, they had the googly eyes. They looked at each other with the googly eyes, and all that good stuff, whatever. And it's time. He said, it's time for this little meeting we need to have. You ready? He's like, yeah. And then the phone rings. And it's an unknown number. And I feel like she knew in her heart. Now, if it was me, it's like, sucks for me. But at the same time, she knows her husband's agenda is possibly him. So she goes, they said, let me get this call. And so she answers the call, and it is her husband, Tyson. Hey, boo, how you doing? The salutations, whatever, la da da. I can explain all this stuff. I don't need any explanation, honey. Before you even go into any of it, I need zero explanation, none, zero, zip, none. He's like, what, but why? Well, between Zeus, she spills the beans on everything. She tells him everything. But what she realizes is that I thought so too. So Scar is meeting with you. I'm assuming that you've already talked to Tyson about this. But he doesn't. And the weight of telling Tyson that she's going to be running, her and Saint is going to be running his business and not Matt, his secondhand man. She thought he would have told us. It's the burden of telling Tyson that she's going to be running, that she has been roped into this nonsense, is on her. But she tells him, and Tyson doesn't like it at all. He's like, that's some bullshit. What? Nah, not my woman. My woman can't be out there doing that. I said, well, and she didn't even get to explain what it was until after he did his little rant about, I don't like this. Nah. She was like, well, what you explain? What do you suggest I do? I met with him. Zeus informed me that I can't say no to this guy. Okay. So what do you expect me to do? What am I going to do? You want me to call him up and say, oh, you know what? My husband don't even like this whole idea, so I'm going to have to back out. Sorry, bye. Is that what I'm supposed to do, Tyson? You wouldn't even be in this situation had you done, but she doesn't say that. She didn't say that. That's me. That was Auntie Akara over here. This is me. Okay. This is me. I wouldn't even be in this situation had you not lied for 5 years and told me that you weren't in the business. But all the while you're in the business. And you was talking to homeboy and telling him how I was helping you out with the business. So now I'm roped into this shit. But okay. And he thought about what he was saying, and he was like, Tyson, like, well, I guess you can. You can, so all right. So at least she has you working with Matt and Zeus, right? Well, about that, well, you didn't let me finish. He got me working with Saint. He don't want Matt running nothing. He had me running with Saint. He was like, Saint ain't no better than Matt. He got a short fuse. Oh, God, he got you working with Saint? Lord, have mercy. Well, if he likes it, I don't have no problem. If he trusts Saint, then so do I. Now, question again. Now we find out that Saint is a short fuse. He's a quick. He's quick. Quick tempered. He's quick to shoot a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So what? He does this? So he's like, he's not happy with the whole situation. But it's nothing he can do. He said, well, hon, he said, you can't be sitting up there stressing out on stuff that you can't control. This is what Scar wanted. I'm doing what he asked me to do while you're gone. Okay? Meanwhile, your girls are doing fine. They're with my mom. Oh, no, how they got to it is, he's like, so where's the girls? He said, so are you staying at home? Are you staying with your parents while I'm here? He said, because my mom already told me that they seized the house. And, of course, she's like, yeah, of course, he would have called his mom first instead of his wife. And that's the reason why his mom feels the way she does. Come on, tell the truth and shame the devil. I'm here to tell the truth and shame the devil. But at any rate, so Tyson asks about the girls and where their living arrangements are. Because that's how we kind of go into her telling him everything about what's going on. She said, well, no, I'm not staying with my parents. So if you're not staying with your parents, you and the girl not staying with parents, where are you staying? I'm staying downtown in a condo. I'm settled into the condo. What condo? Where is that? Now the same man who's been keeping secrets for 5 years is now want to be like, you with who? Doing what? Where? With who? He all questions and he's asking all this stuff, and she's giving him the information. Well, facts is, I'm staying in Scar's condo. And then that's where she started spilling all the beans, and he's not liking it. And there's nothing he can say because he was the one who kept it on the low and lied to her for 5 years. He should have got out the game. Or had a strategy plan should he get caught up in jail, what his wife and what was supposed to go on. But he had none of that done. None of that. He's too busy being grand gesture Tyson instead of being I know I can't do this for the rest of my life type of shit. But then again, if he's talking to his mama's probably like, you need to sell these drugs and keep up giving us Mercedes and buying us houses. Okay? But at any rate, so going on, so she gets off the phone with him, and while she was talking to Tyson, she was kind of like looking over her shoulder and kind of trying to stand far away so that Saint don't be hearing what they're talking about. But Saint be hearing. Trust me, Saint heard her, what she's talking about, even though he had no indication. So when she got off the phone, she said, y'all good? You good? He's like, yeah, I'm good. whatever. Okay, so now time for our meeting, so let's go. And so he started heading to go out for the meeting, and she's not moving. And he's like, "You sure you good?" He said, "Yeah, I'm sure I'm good. I'm good." And before she can move or do anything, Bianca knocks on the door, then cracks the door open and said, "Okay, everybody's here. It's time for our meeting." Zeus had informed everybody that it's a part of the Tyson's crew, his staff, his people. So to gather at this event place, and you know what I think about the event place? At first, I was thinking the mansion out on Buford Highway, or that back road from Buford Highway. But that no, I counsel that, and I don't know where I want to put it. I would say it's more like Buford, Georgia, out there by Lake Lanier was probably something really cute and nice with a great scenery. But they called them all out to the event place to make the announcement of how the business is going to go forth while Tyson's in jail. And so this is the meeting that they're going to announce that Toy and Saint is going to be running the business. I'm feeling like Mac ain't going to be feeling that. He ain't going to be feeling that at all. We will see come next week when we read chapter 6 and 7. When I read chapter 6 and 7, we're going to find out how is Mac going to take the news that he's not going to be running nothing. He's going to have to answer to Saint's wife. And I mean, not Saint's wife, Tyson's wife. And Saint. Is he going to is Mac going to defy Scar? Is Mac the reason why Tyson's in jail? Is he? Or is it Scar? We will see next week on Bedtime Stories with According to Akara. Now, if you'd like to contribute to According to Akara, if you like these bedtime stories and you want them to continue with higher quality equipment and more props and more with just more quality content, then you will have an opportunity in the description of my IG description and my YouTube description, as well as my podcast description on Podbean, how you can donate and support According to Akara. Don't only do it if your heart is led to do it. I don't want you to do it because I'm not begging you. I'm just giving you an opportunity if you want to support According to Akara. That will be there. Well, I have merch. You can apply for your Capital One, get your second chance with Capital One Platinum card. You can join Bigo using my referral codes that's in the description. You can just watch, like, share, subscribe on YouTube, like, share, and follow on IG. Come over here to Bigo Live. Stay here at IG. Go there to Bigo Live. Use my referral code and follow me here. Get me some beans, okay? About Bigo, what you want to do, you want to support me, you come up, you show up, you comment. Okay, I can't see all the comments here because I have my glasses off, of course, and you are further than normal. Oh, for a minute, I was startled for a second because all of this made it look like someone was in the background. I was like, wait a minute, Jesus. I wasn't calling the spirit Jesus. I was just calling Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. Okay, this is spookiest time of the year. Okay, I mean, if you're going to come in, you know, y'all bring some friends. Tell a friend, tell a kin spirits. Go to your friends and tell them to follow According to Akara. She's good people. Okay, that's what you could do, spirit. You know, angels, Go and tell a friend, tell a kin. Okay, get people to follow me. All right, follow me, like, share, subscribe. Those are free. Those are free. That's free. It's free. But if you just feel like you're a grand gesture type of person, buy all my t-shirts. Okay, buy my mug that I have in the description. Okay, put some money on my Cash App. Okay, go to my wish list. By the way, also I want to give you a heads up. My big 50 is January 5th. Okay, I'll be turned 50 years old on January 5th. I will list my wish list for YouTube starting November 1st. I will be putting my my Amazon wish list in my descriptions. If you want to get anything from my wish list, feel free to wish me a happy birthday. Or just put money on my Cash App. Okay? I'm celebrating the whole year of 2022. As long as I'm living and breathing, I'm going to celebrate the whole year of 2022. Okay? Because I made it to 50 years. Glory be to God. Celebrating life. I'm going to Vegas and I'm going to Jamaica. Trust me, you will see it. I'm going to vlog it. Because it's going to be written off as a business expense because I'm going to be vlogging. I'm going to show you. I'm going to take you on an adventure. I know I just gulping in here and talking to you right now. This is just ending it. I'm done with my review, getting some more of my witch's brew. The smoke has subsided. Make yourself a witch's brew. Get me some brand deals. Take y'all with me. Go to some of these venues and menus. Anyway, have some conferences, do some things. Maybe if I get me a good following of people that actually comment. Hello, my people. I might actually have a meet and greet. But, it's going to take time, and I'm here for the long haul because I love this. I like talking to you all. I like my podcast. I like having props and stuff like that. And this is just really up my alley. I like doing this. I like talking to y'all. I like doing these book reviews. Surprisingly enough, I really like this book review. This is really something that I can get into it. So, and this is just something, I started that just trying to get myself back into reading. Just reading. Not just watching movies all the time, looking at the boob tube all the time. Actually opening up a book and reading a book. I like fantasy. So everything that you'll need to know will be in the description. YouTube, God's willing, will be uploaded tomorrow. And also on yesterday's morning chat was not uploaded because I had metadata that was in my description. And I believe it was linked to my podcast information. I can't put that in there, so I won't do that. But as of November 1st, I'm going to start putting stuff on my wish list. If you want to contribute to my wish list, please do so. Hello. And I'm going to do that every year until y'all start listening to me. Hello. I really like this hat. But anyway, that is it for Bedtime Stories. You all have a blessed evening. And I pray you have a safe Halloween. Party safe. Do not drink and drive. Do not be all up in people's faces. Okay? COVID is still out there. Okay? COVID is still out in these streets. Okay? Especially my Atlanteans. It's still out there. Don't be sitting up here passing blunts. You can't do that nowadays. You know, roll your own blunt. Also with the drugs, you know, just there's no way unless you have a tester kit yourself to make sure that there's no fentanyl in your drugs, especially if you're doing cocaine. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Smoke less weed. Snort less cocaine. You know, have a drink. You know, I remember Lunel said something about like, look, chill on the cocaine, drink, smoke a blunt, but don't be on the cocaine because they lacing this shit now. I agree with her to a point, but at the same time, if you remember, just maybe a year or two ago, they were fucking with drinks, and when you went to the island, when you went to Jamaica and go to Dominican Republic, you know, you get a drink made at the bartender, he puts something in it, it passes you out, and next thing you know, you're missing. So there's no really safe way of doing anything. Just try to stay vigilant, and if it's your time, go gracefully. All right? Anyway, remember, love yourself, love your neighbors, and stay authentic. But not this Halloween. Be something different. Be something different. Be a witch, be a ghoul, be a goblin, be Captain Marvel, or whatever you want to be this Halloween. Be safe though. Okay? More treats, less tricks. Okay? Alright?